All right. Good morning or good afternoon, and welcome back to our channel, Prince Set. Yes, it's still the Monday afternoon, the 22nd of September 2025, and we're here with a very important update. It's a good news this afternoon. It's a very important good news. Actually, this one landed from Osim, and I'm glad to also share this with us with some other revelations that I got alongside. This one says it was direct. The blessing is loading. If you put your mind for pioneer, go on your knees and pray to God for the blessing. The blessing is loading. So I think it's a good news if you have really positioned your mind and your resources for pioneer. Then this is the time to ask God to perfect what He had started. The season we have entered into is a season of reward, and those who keyed into this vision with faith, with patience and sacrifice are about to smile. Now let's look at something very carefully at the case of this issue. From the beginning, Osim actually made it clear that he had no hand in Pioneer, and he would always stay away from it. He refused to give details, he refused to attach himself, and he kept repeating that he did not put in for it. I personally called him at a time because I just wanted to know more whether to really enter or not, and but he said he has nothing to say about that. He's only in UAAG, and he has a lot in his hand, so he doesn't want to involve. And it was also at the wake of that he said that he was the first to be approached, by the management back then, but his hands were full. He couldn't just front it, So anytime people try to draw him into that discussion, he still distanced himself and even said openly that he wanted. He didn't want to join because of what he has in his hands. But there was also a time he made a striking statement that, like what I said before, he was actually the first person who was approached with that opportunity to front Pioneer in this country. And according to him, the vision bearers came to him, but at that time, his hands were already in the administration of UAG because of this heavy load on his table. In his hands, it declined, and he's leaving the responsibility for others to carry while he focused on what he was already handling. Now, this background shows something very important. Even though Osim did not directly enroll himself in Pioneer, he has always known that it was not fake. He had inside knowledge from the start that the program was also genuine, but he chose not to participate because of his commitments elsewhere. And this is different from those who called it scam or fraud or fake. His dissociation was never based on disbelief in the pioneer's authenticity, but simply because he had no capacity to run the two heavy programs at once. Now, what is happening today? The same Osim, who was neutral and silent, has started forwarding. He starts to forward Pioneer updates on this platform. I see it intermittently. We forward it, at different times like that. It's not a small matter. And for someone who deliberately refused to talk about it before, to now start sharing information about it, it shows that there is also light at the end of the tunnel, and something is actually shifting. You cannot boldly share updates if he is not convinced that there is hope and result coming soon. And this morning, what he released carries a lot of weight, and he said it clearly. I can congratulate our subscribers of Pioneer in advance. That's what that blessing means, that your blessing is loading, and whatever you have subscribed with, as long as it is from a genuine NGO, you will not cry but smile. So that's what I can congratulate you for. Every subscriber of the Pioneer, you are congratulated in advance. No matter the amount you have subscribed with, as long as you put in from a credible and a recognized NGO, you will not be bitter. You will not cry. You will not lament. And by God's grace, everything that you are in expectation of, you're going to get. So it is not a matter of maybe right now, the level it is. I think it's already concluded the same way Reverend Elibo said it yesterday night. Those who subscribed are going to rejoice. And the point cannot be overlooked. The truth is that in every move of God or man, there are always counterfeits. Yes, some individuals, like we said before, created fake platforms in the name of Pioneer just to defraud innocent masses. But the real Pioneer is not in that category. The real one has backing. The real one has structure. And the real one is really, you cannot fault it. You cannot fault it. So those who enter through a genuine channel shall have no fear. They should have no worry at all. And you wouldn't have to cry but smile. And that's a direct promise of joy. It means that no subscriber is going to regret. Non-subscriber is going to lament. No subscriber is going to look back in pain. Instead, there will be laughter, celebration, and thanksgiving for us. Now, when we connect all of these dots together, the blessing is loading, and those who believed will soon see with their eyes and touch with their hands. Further to that, there is also a bigger picture. Over the months and even years, a lot of people waited for this program to be manifested. There has been silence. There has been some suspicions along the way, kinds of rumors, losing of faith, along the way, and mockery, a lot of things. So, but time and truth always work together. Those who held on will soon have a testimony that is going to silence every doubt. Reverend Elibo comprehensively spoke about this. If you have not listened to that VN, go back again on this channel, listen to it. It's almost like 30 minutes message, which was packed load with a lot of revelations. So the fact that also Osim, who used to stay away from Pioneer Matters, is now forwarding the update also should strengthen your faith. Those of you that subscribed all this, because he also has some internal knowledge about this. Some of the people that, according to what he said then, some of the people that even put in some high-profile individual that he personally know, you understand, that also put in for Pioneer just because of his own administrative commitment. That's why he did not actually put in. So this is a silent signal that the train is at the station, and the blessing is not in the future anymore. It's already entering right within our domain. That's why it is wise for every subscriber to take the position of prayer and thanksgiving at this very moment. Prayer is necessary, very necessary, because while men may promise, it is only God who brings every promise to perfection. No matter how organized a structure is, if God does not breathe upon it, nothing will smile on you. Nothing would happen. That is why this is the time to pray that God should touch every channel, every stakeholder, every connection, and make the blessing to flow without hindrance very seamlessly. Prayer also positions your own heart to receive the blessing without fear or bitterness. Then thanksgiving also is necessary because it has a way of sealing the blessing. When you thank God in advance of what you're expecting, you are showing Him that you trust His faithfulness even before He delivers. I don't know whether you understand what I'm trying to say. Yes, you are just declaring that the blessing is not a surprise to you because you already saw that with the eyes of faith coming towards you. So thanksgiving is the key that keeps your mind from any form of anxieties and worries. So let every singular subscriber understand that subscription into Pioneer was never a waste to begin with. It wasn't a waste. Even if the amount you subscribe with was small, it will return to you in multiple folds. So this is not about the volume of your seed right now, but about the genuineness of the platform and the faithfulness of God. The little you placed has already spoken for you, and the smile is also guaranteed. Do not let the negative voices around you to confuse your resolve right now. Some people are still doubting, some are still mocking, but let the fresh signals speak louder than the noise. Okay? Let it speak louder than the noise. If Osim, who once avoided this matter, is now congratulating subscribers and telling them it's loading also, then you should know that the gate also is open. All right, and based on the people he knows, the connections that are also into this, I think he's beginning to see things also in a different perspective. So this is the time to stay focused, stay prayerful, stay thankful, because your blessing, your blessing is not far. It's not far. It's not imaginary either. It is real. It's real and it is near and it is sure. So the blessing is loading, and when it finally drops, it will erase every pain of waiting that you have sustained over years. So I want to encourage you to rise with confidence, then pray with faith. Thank God with a joyful heart, and make sure you prepare yourself to smile, because indeed you will not cry. That blessing is actually loading. It is loading. All right, I rest my case. We draw the curtain here this afternoon, only to return again with a better good news update. This is a good news already. It's a good news. And let me repeat that word again. I said the blessing is loading. If you put your mind for Pioneer, go on your knees and pray to God for the blessing. That was the language. Okay? The blessing is loading. And I believe that so it should be a collective celebration in the making for all of us who are into this scheme. So thank you very much. This is Princess. In case you're new, kindly subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss out on vital updates. We love you always for the masses. And I wish you a very nice day ahead of you. Bye for now.